I want you to understand something real important tonight. Your mind is your greatest weapon, but a weapon ain't worth a damn if you don't know you're carrying it. See, a lot of people walk through life like they unarmed. Like they just out here taking hits, ducking bullets, reacting to life instead of responding with intention. But the truth is, you've been packing heat this whole time, right up here, in your mind. Now, I remember being a kid in Mount Vernon. I grew up watching brothers with minds so sharp they could have been CEO, surgeons, senators. I saw dudes who could freestyle truth like prophets on the block. They could do math in their head faster than a calculator. They could sell water to a well, but they didn't know what they had. No one ever pulled them aside and said, "Son, what's in your head is gold. Don't let the world convince you it's dust." They never got that memo. So instead of loading that mind with knowledge, with strategy, with patience, with vision, they loaded it with pain, with resentment, with hopelessness. And that's the thing. Your mind is always being loaded. Whether you realize it or not, every word you hear, every image you consume, every person you surround yourself with, that's ammunition. You're either loading your mind with bullets of power, or with blanks of doubt, fear, and nonsense. Let me ask you, what you putting in your mind when you wake up? Are you feeding it with something that builds you, or are you scrolling past 100 lives you ain't living, and wondering why you feel empty? I'm talking to the dreamers right now, the quiet kids who don't speak cause they think their thoughts don't matter. I'm talking to the ones who have been overlooked, counted out, told you're not smart enough, not good enough, not like them. Let me tell you, those voices. They're lies, and lies only stick when your weapon is unloaded. If you knew the firepower you had, you wouldn't doubt yourself. You wouldn't waste your mind on petty drama, on proving your worth to people who can't even see their own. You'd be focused, you'd be dangerous, in the best way, because a loaded mind is a prepared mind, a ready mind, a mind that can solve problems, see opportunity, create vision in the middle of chaos. I want you to think of your mind like a sniper's rifle. Every idea you feed it, that's a round in the chamber. Every book you read, every deep conversation you have, every time you sit still and reflect, that's cleaning and oiling your weapon. But if you ain't training it, if you ain't respecting it, you're walking into a war for your life with a jammed-up gun and no plan. So I say again, your mind is a weapon, and the first step in changing your life. Know what you're holding. Discipline. Now that's the difference between having a weapon and knowing how to use it. You see, a loaded mind without discipline, that's like handing a sword to a child. It might be sharp, it might be powerful, but without training, without self-control, it's just as dangerous to you as it is to anyone else. Let me tell you something. Talent without discipline is a tragedy waiting to happen. I've seen it time and time again. Folks with raw brilliance, natural speakers, leaders, thinkers, artists, who never made it past the front porch of their potential. Not because they weren't gifted, but because they didn't do the work. People think success is about luck or who you know, but I'm here to tell you, success is about preparation meeting opportunity, and preparation, that's discipline. That's what happens in the dark when no one's clapping for you. It's those quiet hours when you choose to read instead of scroll, to listen instead of talk, to practice your craft while others are sleeping on theirs. When I was studying to become an actor, I wasn't walking into rooms thinking I'd just wing it. No, I came in ready, every line memorized, every emotion rehearsed. I studied people on the street, in the subway, in the rain, watching how they moved, how they spoke, how they carried pain. Because if I was gonna play real people, I had to understand real people. Discipline taught me not just how to act, but how to live, to keep promises to myself, to show up even when I didn't feel like it, to finish things even when they weren't perfect. Discipline ain't glamorous, it's early mornings and late nights. It's saying no to comfort so you can say yes to calling. It's pushing yourself beyond excuses, beyond laziness, beyond fear. See, the world is designed to distract you. Every ping, every post, every click is pulling you away from who you're trying to become. And if you're not locked in, if you don't train your mind to focus, you're gonna spend your life chasing noise instead of making an impact. That's why discipline is the sharpening stone. You take that mind of yours and grind it against the rough edge of responsibility, of effort, of consistency, until it cuts clean. You don't get sharp by accident. You get sharp by showing up daily, even when you're tired, even when it's thankless, even when you feel like quitting. I'm not telling you to be perfect, I'm telling you to be committed, because a committed mind is a dangerous mind. A disciplined mind doesn't get shaken by setbacks. It doesn't fold under pressure. It knows how to recalibrate, regroup, and reload. Discipline is what keeps you from firing off at the wrong target. It keeps your thoughts lined up with your goals. It gives your weapon direction. You want to build a life that matters. You want to lead, to create, to inspire. Then you better train like it. You better guard your time like a soldier guards his post. You better treat your mind like the most sacred instrument in your life, because it is. Don't just own a weapon, master it. Now what good is a weapon? Loaded and sharpened if you never pull the trigger. You can have all the knowledge in the world, all the discipline, all the preparation, but if you don't move, if you don't act, then it's all just potential, and potential that never turns into power. That's just weight on your back. That's dreams gathering dust. See, we weren't put here just to prepare. We were put here to do, to build, to transform. Purpose ain't just something you think about when you're feeling inspired. It's something you live every day, with every decision, with every step. Too many people are waiting for a perfect moment to act. They waiting on the money, waiting on the right connection, waiting on someone to give them permission. But life don't work like that. Opportunity doesn't knock, it whispers. And if your mind isn't focused, you'll miss it. You got a fire, not blindly, not recklessly, but with intention. I remember early in my career, people would tell me, Denzel, maybe you should take this safe role, this easy route, this project that fits in a box. But I knew in my spirit, I didn't come here to fit. I came here to tell stories that mattered, to take risks, to speak truth through characters, through cinema, through every moment on that stage. So I aimed my mind at something bigger than me. I didn't just want to make movies. I wanted to move people. I wanted to aim this weapon, this mind God gave me, at change, at growth, at something that would last longer than applause. And you gotta do the same. Whatever it is you're passionate about, writing, building, teaching, healing, you don't need anyone to validate it. You just need to point your energy at it and go. We live in a time where everybody wants to be seen. Likes, followers, attention. It's like a drug, but real impact, that don't come from being seen. It comes from being effective. You want to change the world, start with your street, start with your home. Start with the way you speak to people, the way you carry yourself, the way you show up. That's how you aim with purpose. I once met a young woman, brilliant mind, eyes full of fire. She said, I got all these ideas, Mr. Washington, but I'm scared I might mess up. And I told her, mess up, but move, don't die with that fire locked inside you, use it, burn bright while you're here. Because let me tell you something, the world will try to distract you, try to water you down, try to sell you a lesser version of yourself. But if your mind is loaded, if it's trained, if it's disciplined, then it's your job to aim it, not at status, not at ego, but at purpose, at something that echoes beyond your name. Something your kids and their kids can feel. So take the shot, speak up, create, lead, build, write the book, start the movement. Be the one who didn't just think or dream, but did, because that's what separates warriors from watchers, action. Courage, purpose. And when your mind is locked, loaded, and aimed, there's no limit to what you can hit. So now you know, your mind is a weapon, not a toy, not a decoration, not something to waste on drama, doubt, or distractions. It's a tool of creation, of defense, of transformation, but it don't mean nothing if you don't respect it. You gotta load it, with wisdom, with truth, with lessons from pain and beauty. You gotta sharpen it, every day with discipline, sacrifice, and grit. And most of all, you gotta use it, not just for your gain, but for the good of others, for your family, for your community, for the next generation watching you right now, wondering if they're enough. Let me tell you this, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to start. You just need to move with purpose. The battlefield is real, every day. It's the battle for your peace. The war for your focus, the fight for your future, but now you're armed, now you're awake, now you're dangerous, in the best way possible. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna scroll through life? Or step into it? Are you gonna watch from the sidelines? Or aim and fire with purpose? Because I'll tell you one last thing, the world don't need more noise. It needs you, fully present, fully committed, mind loaded, heart steady, ready for the mission. So pick up your weapon, check the chamber, stand tall, and go make something happen. Thank you, God bless you, and never forget, your mind is a weapon. Keep it loaded.